Today, I brought you the story of a villain, a man who was the reason of every gangster fair in the city, and at the same time, the man most loved by ordinary people. But the one whom the holy city admired was betrayed by his own family, by the woman he loved, and by his closest friend. Carrying all his pain and heartbreak inside, he left the city behind. But after 15 long years, something happened, something that forced him to return to the same city that once burned him to ash. Yes, I am talking about one of Dulquer Salman's most popular movies, King of Kotha. So, without wasting time, let's dive straight into the story. The story begins in the year 1996 in a place called Kotha. At present, entire Kotha is ruled by a gangster named Karnan. He and his gang openly kill anyone in broad daylight. The whole town follows his command and no one dares to speak against him. Then one day, a new police officer arrives, Sahul Hassan. But on the night before he officially joins duty, a girl named Tara comes to meet him. She tells him that because of Karnan, all the youngsters of Kotha have become addicted to drugs. She is in fact the only girl who was too courage to speak out against Karnan. But that raises a question. While no one in Kotha dares to speak against Karnan, how did Tara, a woman, gather such courage? And why hasn't Karnan ever harmed her? We will get all those answers gradually as the story unfolds. After learning about Kotha and Karnan from Tara, Officer Hassan promises that he will do his duty and whips out Karnan from Kotha. The next morning, Hassan goes to police station and meets SI Tony and SI Jonathan, who show him the register of all the criminals in Kotha. But when Hassan looks at the list, he sees the signature of every criminal, except from Karnan and his men. Curious, Hassan asks why haven't Karnan and his men signed the register. At this point, SI Jonathan warns him to stay away from Karnan. Hearing this, Officer Hassan becomes angry. Jonathan then asks him, "Do you know about your predecessor, Sub-Inspector Vijoy?" Hassan replies, "Yes, I heard he left the job to continue his study." But Tony then reveals the real reason why Vijoy quit his job. And here we move into a flashback scene. We learn that once Officer Vijoy has seized 2 kilograms of cocaine belonging to Karnan. As revenge, Karnan went to Vijoy's house where Vijoy was with his family. Karnan's man trapped Vijoy in the lake and offered him money to release their goods. But when Vijoy refused, Karnan threatened to kill his wife and child. He even brutally cut off the hand of the informer who gave Vijoy the cocaine tip in front of everyone in the marketplace. Seeing all this and fearing for his family's life, Vijoy officially resigned from his job. But despite hearing this horrific story, Hassan remains fearless and insists on meeting Karnan face to face. Meanwhile, we are shown Karnan's brother-in-law, Jinu. He calls Karnan and tells him that he is finally found his true love. When Karnan asks for her name, Jinu replies, Ritu Robi. Karnan, a bit annoyed, says, "I don't sit here every day just listen to your silly love story." Just then, one of Karnan's men enters and tells him, "Sir, the new police officer has come to meet you." Karnan tells to take him inside, and other side, he cuts Jito's skull. When Officer Hassan arrives, Karnan asks him to sit and tells Jonathan to bring the register for signature. Hassan blocks Jonathan and begins to openly insult and threaten Karnan. Karnan offers Hassan an exclusive pair of sunglasses as a gift, but Hassan refuses to accept them and instead asks about the causes of Karnan's eye injury. Without answering, Karnan dials Jinu and orders, "Leave that girl alone." When Jitu asks why, Karnan replies proudly, "Because she is Raju's sister," and then hangs up. Later, Hassan tells Karnan to come to the police station and sign the register. A heated argument starts. Hassan even points his gun at Karnan and tells him to go to the police station. But Karnan lunges at Hassan, then proudly tells him, "After 10 years of trying, your wife is finally pregnant. If you go against me, think about what will happen to your wife and your child." Terrified at the threat, Hassan signs the paper and leaves. Later, sitting at home drinking, Tony visits him and says, "I warned you, stay away, he is dangerous." Tony then brings Hassan to a tea stall and points out a woman. It's Karnan's mother. Tony explains that Karnan's wife, Monju, forced Karnan to send his mother away from the house. At the tea stall, Tony meets an old acquaintance and he asks about Raju. Tony replies that he wasn't heard from Raju in long time. Then the man speculates that maybe someone has killed Raju. Hearing this, Karnan's mother flies into a rage and throws hot water in the man's face, carrying him off. It becomes clear to love Raju deeply, almost like her own son, prefer even more than her real son. Hassan asks Tony, "Who is this Raju?" Tony takes him to Raju's house. Raju's father Robi is there made in cloth. Tony explains Robi was once the biggest thug in the Kotha, but because of Raju's mother, he gave up that life. Yet Raju grew up wanting to be like his father, a big gangster. Tony added that both he and Karnan used to be part of Raju's crew. Today, the people of Kotha hate Karnan, but 10 years earlier, they loved Raju just as fiercely. The question was, why did Raju leave Kotha 10 years ago? The story shifts back in 1986, where we see Raju ruling Kotha with his friends. Raju was in love with a girl named Tara. Because of Tara's brother's death from drug abuse, she had insisted that marijuana be banned throughout Kotha. Tara was the one voice brave enough to stand up to drugs. and Raju supported her. One day, some people were taking drug in a room. When Tara entered into the room, she slapped one of them, who was slapped in return and thrown out from the room. The man who was beaten asked his friend who this girl was. They told him that he hated drugs because her brother had died of addiction, and that she was Raju's girlfriend. The moment they hear Raju's name, the room goes silent. The Raju arrives. He storms in and brutally beats them, even killing one of the men. The man he killed was the cousin of Don Ronjit from Gandhigor village. Ronjit grows revenge and threatens Raju over the phone. Raju, however, goes to Ronjit's house with his crew and tells Ronjit and his men, "If you seek revenge, I will kill you all." Through Ronjit boots on the phone. In person, he is terrified. His men wants to attack Raju, but Ronjit stops them. Out of respect of Raju's father, Robi, and lets Raju go. Raju roots Kotha and stood with the poor in their troubles, which is why the people loved him. He solved small problems for free, but charged large sums of solve bigger ones. He used that money to live it up with his friends. One day, Tara's father sees Tara and Raju together, but he has no courage to confront Raju. He too fears him. Later, we see a football match where Raju and his team win. Raju's little sister Ritu runs onto the field and jumps into the arms. Raju loves his sister deeply, but Raju's parents do not approve of him. They hate his gangster life, so his mother forcibly pulls Ritu away. Raju says nothing. Later, we learn that Tara does not love Raju. She loves another college boy. The young man comes to meet Tara at the library where she works. Raju rushes there, but Tara then introduced the boy to Raju as his customer. Raju then tells him to leave. The boy initially refuses, so Raju angrily threatens to kill him. Frightened, the boy quickly backs away. In the other side, Karnan tells Raju that there is no marijuana business in Kotha. If they start it, they will make a lot of money. But Raju refuses. He tells Karnan that he loves Tara and the business she hates drugs. He will never allow marijuana trade in Kotha. He tries to explain to Karnan that when you fall in love, you will understand. Shortly afterward, Raju's little sister Ritu comes to their hideout. It's Ritu's birthday. Like Raju, she loves her brother deeply and wants to celebrate with him. Raju and his entire crew throw a birthday party for Ritu. In the evening, Ritu sits with them watching cartoon when Raju receives a phone call and has to leave, leaving Ritu in Karnan's care. Ritu's mother Maluti arrives and tries to call Ritu home. Ritu refuses, so Maluti drags her away and starts holding her to coming to Raju. Karnan steps in to stop the quarrel, but Raju's mother insults Karnan and his friend, calling them dogs. Enraged, Karnan grabs Raju's mother's hand and Raju's father Robi witnesses this scene. Robi attacks Karnan. Karnan kicks Robi and pulls out a knife to attack him. Robi snatches the knife, turns it on Karnan, and injures him. The fight engages Raju. He returns home, snaps the house, and clashes with his father. Because if anyone harms Karnan, Raju loses control. He deeply loves Karnan. Robi finally drives Raju out of the house. Raju goes straight to the Karnan's house, where Karnan's mother is feeding him. She treats Raju like her own son and even feeds him. Karnan's mother loves Raju almost as much as her own son. Karnan tells Raju to stay and rest. The next day, some of Ronjit's men come to Raju's house and show him picture of his lover with Tara. Raju, seeing this picture, goes to Ronjit's house because Ronjit had seen them together before. Tara's lover has run away and Ronjit catches Tara and holds their captive. Ronjit, angry at Tara for shutting down marijuana business, tries to force her to smoking marijuana in front of Raju, believing that Raju will leave them after the betrayal. But instead, Raju fights back, kills Ronjit's groups, and then moves with Tara to his own area. From that moment on, Raju starts to down himself in drug for Tara. He no longer works before and spends his day in intoxication. Karnan seizes this opportunity. He partners with Ronjit to start a marijuana business. There, Karnan meets Ronjit's sister. She forms a relationship with Karnan. Karnan becomes obsessed with money. He and Ronjit decide to send people to kill Raju, thinking that the drug addict Raju will be easy prey. But the opposite happens. Raju kills those people instant. Later, while returning from Ronjit with the drug, Karnan sees Raju standing under the bridge. Raju asks where Karnan had been and what is inside the box. Karnan refuses to answer and tries to leave, but Raju knocks him off his bike, opens the box, and finds marijuana. Furious, Raju brutally beats Karnan and leaves him there. That below is the reason for the scare now over Karnan's eyes. Raju has now lost his love and his friend, and he became even more isolated and addicted. One day, his mother tells him to leave Kotha. She speaks to him for the first time in a long while, planning that he must go. Reluctant at first, Raju finally agrees for the sake of his sister and leaves Kotha. After that, no one hears from Raju. In the present day, Tony says that Karnan groups killed Tara's father. They stay in that house because they want to see the end of Karnan. Meanwhile, Karnan's people sit outside Tara's house and smoke drugs just for annoy her. After hearing Raju's story, Hassan tells Tony, if you want to face Karnan, we have to bring Raju back. Tony says that after making inquiry, I came to know that Raju is in Lucknow and the locals call him Raju Madrasi. Hassan gathers complete information about Raju. through the Lucknow police and even sent a telegram to Raju that is, your sister is in danger. The next day, Jinu and Ritu meet at a restaurant. Jinu always tries to act polite in front of Ritu, but Tony comes and hurts Jinu, finding a packet of marijuana from his pocket. The police arrest Jinu. Ritu breaks down. Her father and Tara try to reason with her, and Ritu realizes her mistake. Jinu comes to her house to explain, but Robi, Ritu's father, attacks Jinu. Karnan's men then take Jinu away. After breaking up with Jitu, Ritu is located in market. Jinu follows her and tries to harm her, even pouring petrol on her and setting her on fire. Some storemen try to stop her. Jinu fight with them and Ritu escape taking advantage of this courage. On the way, she is met by Tony, who sends her home through a constable and then start looking for Jimmy. While searching the market, Tony sees a crowd and finding someone struggling Jitu. Tony asks who is he, and the attacker is none other than Raju. Raju says, I used to live here. People called me Raju. Tony is shocked. He orders the strangling to stop. Jitu begs Raju and spare Ritu. Raju says, then you must die, and shams Jitu's neck. Jitu dies on the spot. When Karnan's wife hears of her brother Jitu's death, she comes to the morgue and has Jitu's body refrigerated, insisting she will not perform the final rest until seeing Raju's dead body. Meanwhile, Raju meets Tony and learns about the rest of his old friends. Tony tells Raju that Karnan and his men have been killing Raju's old friends one by one. That evening, Raju returns home, sees his sister and tells her, now that I am back, you have nothing to fear. You comfort her. At first, Raju's father does not speak, but later he gives Raju a letter from Raju's mother, written before she died. Raju sits and reads the letter. Then Karnan arrives with his men. He comes to kill Raju, but before doing so, Karnan wants to know more than about Raju. Where has he been and what has he done? Karnan hears from his acquaintance in Lucknow that everyone calls Raju as Raju Madraji. He has become extremely dangerous. He can kill with a simple pen. Murder is nothing to him. The further you stay from him, the safer you will be. Karnan also learned that Raju has an enemy in Lucknow who was earlier in Raju's team and would have killed Raju when he was released from jail. Knowing Raju's reputation, Karnan starts getting scared and changes his plan. Now Karnan tells Raju that you did the right thing by killing Jitu, because Jitu has become a nonsense. Sometimes Karnan himself went to kill Jitu. When Karnan's men tried to attack Raju, Karnan stopped them. At this point, Raju invites Karnan to have a drink with him, but Karnan arrogantly replies, I don't drink such a cheap liquor. Raju insists, you are not leaving until you finish this drink. Eventually, Karnan finishes it and leaves. Later that night, Raju visits Karnan's mother at her tea stall. Meanwhile, Karnan's wife sends a group of thugs to attack Raju. A brutal fight breaks out between Raju and the gangs, and in the end, Raju beats them all and drives them away. Karnan's wife sitting in the car nearby, watching everything and then leaves. Afterward, Karnan's mother tells Raju that some men always hang out near Tara's house and consistently harass her. So Raju goes there, beats them all up, sets their place on fire and walks away, while Tara watching everything from the balcony. On the other side, Karnan's wife emotionally blackmails Karnan to avenge her brother's death. We also learned that it was on Monju's order that Karnan killed Ranjit. Meanwhile, police officer Sahul meets Raju. He tries to provoke Raju into killing Karnan, but Raju sees through Sahul's plan. Still, he thanks the officer because that officer had once warned him about his sister being in danger. After the officer leaves, Karnan comes to meet Raju. They sit together in Raju's room and talk about their old days. Karnan cleverly extracts some information and find out that Raju has no weapons with him. Later, Karnan leaves and sends a hired assassin to Raju's hotel room, telling him that Raju is unarmed. The man enters Raju's room, pretending to be a room service, and attacking him from behind. After a while, Karnan receives a text from the hitman's phone. It says, job done. Karnan arrives at the scene with his men to see Raju's dead body. But when he sees the corpse, he is shocked because it is actually the hitman who is dead. Raju had killed the assassin and used his phone to send that message to Karnan. Later, Raju calls Karnan directly. Karnan challenges him to face-to-face fight, and Raju agrees. When they meet, a fierce battle erupts. Raju kills all Karnan's men one by one, even his most trusted men also. When Karnan tries to attack Raju, his own men stop him and drag him away. Later, Raju goes to see Tara at her house, but finds Karnan there. Right in front of Raju, Karnan stabs Tara and escapes. Raju rushes her to the hospital with Tony. While there, Raju gets a phone call. He learns that Karnan has killed his father. Distracted, Raju broken down. Days later, Raju goes to meet Karnan's mother at her house, but suddenly Karnan attacks him from behind, knocking him unconscious. When Raju wakes up, he found himself tied up. He carries out calling for Karnan's mother, but Karnan tells that his mother helped him capture Raju. It turns out Karnan had threatened his mother, saying that if she didn't help, then he will kill her cat. So she was forced to assist him. Then Karnan's wife Monju arrived to witness Raju's death. Karnan takes Raju in front of her, but just then Raju exposed all the Monju's dark secret. We found out that Monju was on a prostitute and the man Raju had killed earlier wasn't her brother, he was actually her son. Hearing the truth, Karnan is shocked. Humiliated, Monju runs away and Karnan follows her. At that moment, Tony and officer Shahul arrive. But when they go to take Raju away, they found him missing. Everyone, including Karnan and the police, is stunned. Days pass, no one hears from Raju. People being to believe he is dead. Later, since Monju's revenge is complete, she and Karnan visit to hospital to see the Jinu's body. But when they reach there, they discover that the body is in morgue isn't Jinu. It is one of the Karnan's own men. That is when they realize Raju is alive. Soon after, Raju storms into Karnan's den and kills all of his men, one by one, in a bloodly. Finally, we see a flashback showing how on the night Karnan followed Monju, two men secretly rescue Raju. Back to the present, Karnan tell Raju to face me like a man. At the same time, Raju calls one of Karnan's men and challenges Karnan to final showdown. They meet once again, and together another badly battle begins. We then learned that one of Karnan's men was actually working for Raju, because Raju had promised to make him to the next dawn after Karnan's death. But Karnan had already suggested this betrayal and formed a new team for his protection. A brutal, badly fight breaks out between Raju and Karnan's entire gang. Raju kills them all, one after another. Finally, Raju and Karnan face each other in final duel. Raju beats Karnan to the ground but spares his life, saying, "I loved you the most, brother. That's why I cannot kill you." Just then, Jonkit's son arrives, the man who once saw Karnan kill his father. He takes Raju's gun and shoots Karnan dead. At the end, Raju kills the traitor who wanted to take Karnan's place, saying Kotha doesn't need another dawn. And with that, the story of King of Kotha comes to the end. Thank you.